Welcome and thank you for purchasing Online WHS. This is actually a tutorial on what you should be doing next now you've received your brand new system. So you've got your username and password, you've gone on to Online WHS, you've selected login and you've entered your username and password. Make sure to tick the tick box, keep me logged in when using the system, and that way there it won't time out. When you first log into the system, this is what you'll see. This is the quick links page, this page up here. So this will take you home all the time to this page here. There's three major icons that really you'd be using is the quick links page, the user admin dashboard page, and the help section. In the help section, you can actually look up step-by-step guides or watch training videos on everything to use the system. You can also hit the submit ticket and ask any question relating to the use of the system, and you'll get an answer in the shortest minimal time that we can actually do, but by that day at least. So let's go back to the quick links page. It takes us to the home page. So this is what you should be doing next to get started. You sent us the Excel spreadsheet starter kit. We've uploaded that data inside the system, and your employees will now be in the employee register. You can, say for an example, when you actually completed the starter kit and you actually entered the qualifications, the people's qualifications will be here. In this case here, as a demonstration, there's no qualifications that were entered into the Excel spreadsheet, so we're going to enter qualifications from scratch. So how do you do that? Well, you can do it a couple of different ways. Let's just go to the employee register and select edit next to every single employee and scroll down to the bottom here. You can enter qualifications by hitting this green plus sign and enter a qualification. Once you've entered that qualification, the qualification will appear in this drop down list where you can relate it to the employee. So you can enter as many qualifications as you want. Set an alert date by hitting on this date icon. And an expiry date, obviously after that alert date. And you can add as many qualifications as you want to the employee, but again, you can actually add another qualification up here. If something doesn't have an expiry date, just leave these blank. You can come down the bottom here. Make sure you actually enter the person's proper email address if you want them to receive an alert or anything via email. And let's select update. So if I go back to the quick links page now and hit the qualification register, you'll see that it's actually created two columns here and put ticks next to this person's name. So what your best idea when you first start is go to the employee register and work your way down your employees and update their qualifications. You can actually upload their certificate in here as well. You can upload a Word document, a PDF, or a JPEG file, but make sure if you have scanned a document and uploading it that you open and resave it as a PDF and then upload it, because it's not a true PDF. So the system in this qualification register also creates a training needs analysis. So it'll actually highlight in yellow icons if these people are being related to a position and they don't have that qualification. So it's a great idea if you go to organisational positions and work your way down the positions that you've entered inside the system, and you'll see that there's preloaded inductions and there's the two qualifications I just entered. So you might say that this position needs certain qualifications, so you can add them here, and then again it'll actually appear in that employee drop down list. So Great idea for you to actually go through here and then select that this employee needs these qualifications, whatever it may be, and update. And then an employee is being related to those qualifications and they do not have that qualification, this will actually highlight yellow. So step one is updating your employee's qualifications and using the organisational position section to create a training needs analysis, because you can actually publish this in all various kind of processes, especially if you're going for tenders or something like that and want to show compliance straight away, because you've got to make sure that your employees are qualified to undertake their role. Now the next step is that, let's get your employees using the system as soon as possible. That's quite easy. Select Add Incident Form and you'll see that there's a QR code just here. You want to make it public. That way, when an employee scans this QR code, it'll bring it up on their phone or their mini iPad without them being logged into the system. So let's select Make Incident Form Public. This actually takes you to the User Admin Dashboard, Building Management and Public page. But it's much easier just to select the incident form and select Add Public Page. It'll take you straight to here. Let's go Add Public Page. What you need to do is select every single one of your sites and related to incident. Do you want your employee list on the form? Yeah. If say for an example, it's only your employee seeing this, you would select yes. If it's general public would see this, you would select no. But let's just select yes. Save. You would actually make every single one of your sites. So make sure that you do every single one of your sites and make them public. And you'll see that you can actually make a variety of items in your system public. So while you're here, it's a good idea to actually do the same thing for hazards. So you do each site for hazards and incidents and you make them public. Straight away now your employees can log an incident and log a hazard by just scanning a QR code. So let's just go back to the quick links page and go to the Add Incident Form, and you'll see that the QR code's here, but we can go Print QR Code, and it'll actually print a QR code in a nice 8 frames. This will be your logo here, tells you what it is, but if you scan that QR code, it would bring up the incident form on your phone or your mini iPad without you even being logged into the system. So print these out, laminate them, do whatever it may be, but then put them throughout your site, put them in your vehicles, put them in all the different areas of your business undertaking. And the same thing would be done for hazards. So you quick links, go to hazards, go Add Hazard. You've already made them public, so let's just print them and print them out. Straight away, now you're up and running with an incident and hazard with your employees being able to log that. Now, one of the other good features that you should be using straight away is this maintenance register. Again, you can actually select Develop Maintenance Request Code. Takes you to a very similar place. If I actually just go back one here, takes you to this building management section, but this Develop Maintenance Request Code section here. Let's just go Add. Let's develop it for the site of the warehouse. And we're going to say we're going to develop a maintenance request code, maintenance request form, and we're going to say today's date. And the person who I want to receive an email is this person here, or I can select SMS if I wanted to, but you'd have to purchase these SMSs first, and I'll highlight that. We've already preloaded the number of ones here. You can actually change those if you wanted to, it's up to you. And then you can actually add your own items here. You can add as many responses, and here you can actually add all the different areas inside your system, or again you can delete them. Come down the bottom here, don't really worry about this if you don't need to, if you don't want to. Yes, we want to make it public, and yes, we want our employees on the form, and select Save. That's emailed the person made responsible a link, and if I actually select the view icon now it's automatically created this QR code. Again, you would actually print that QR code, print that out, and put it around your facility. As soon as the employee scans that QR code, it'll actually bring up the form on their phone without them even being logged into the system. Very simple form like this, where they can actually type their name in or select their name from a drop-down list. And they can select the maintenance that they've done, and that's the maintenance list you created with the FOIA, with the locations that you've done. They can even upload a photo here and they can submit. If I go back to that quick links page and to the maintenance register, there's that item here. If you wanted to know more about this feature, go to the help section, go to the videos, page 2, how to use the maintenance register. So now you're actually up and running with hazards, with incidents and maintenance. So your next step really is to go to this checklist register. There's already been a number of preloaded checklists inside here, but depending on your industry, you would just go add checklist and go through here and relate it to the general site and select this site as open. You can relate it to an activity and build your checklist. Again, that will create a QR code which you can print and you can actually put it around your facility. To know more about this feature, again, go to the help section and watch how to use the checklist builder. So other things that you should be doing in your setup process is coming to your policy section. We've already preloaded a number of policies inside the system, so you can actually hit download policy and literally just update this policy with your company brand and your details, and enter all your details, save it on your computer, and then just select here to upload it again inside the system. So you've got those policies there, and again you can do that for procedures. So rebranding all the documents preloaded in the system is pretty important. Other things that you should be doing is developing emergency procedures for your site. You've already uploaded your emergency equipment as per your Excel spreadsheet, but if you haven't, you would actually update that. But one of the other things that you could do as well is literally just go to this user admin dashboard, go to the induction section here, and you'll see that there's 6 preloaded inductions inside your system. So you have a manual handling induction, an introduction in how to use the system as an admin user, or introduction on how to use the system as a manager, introduction on how to use the system as an employee, a contractor induction, and employee induction. So this employee induction, select manage quiz and literally just scroll down and edit this as needed. But probably slide number 14 is the one that you need to really update, where it actually has got your emergency personnel and also your evacuation routes. Again, you could actually watch how to use the induction register to complete this process here. Make sure when you actually do that, you come down all the way down the bottom and you select save. You could then just come to the training register here. It's got all your inductions relating to that's been entered into the system and all your employees, and you can select assign all or assign all with email, and that will send them out an email. But you can select sign all, okay, bring up your dates, and straight away you're getting your employees inducted straight away. If you sign all with email, it will send them a username and password as well, or you can actually just email it here. You can individually relate them by selecting the green plus sign. And the last thing you should be doing is, in getting set up, that is if you select user admin dashboard and come to the alerts here, there's a number of alerts inside the system. So what you can do is select add employee into alert and definitely relate the incidents and just relate it to every single site again. And all the employees from that site and the people who are admin users will be seen here. For the incidents, you would select it as 0, so it's immediate. You can escalate that if you wanted and select save. So again, you would actually do that to each one of the sites. So when you do it for each one of the sites, once you've done that and you've selected all the people, whatever it may be, it will only actually highlight in those boxes in the alert section people with email addresses. So if you can't see that person's name in that, they're either not related to that site or they do not have an email address inside the system. So you would work your way down this list here and develop alerts for all the things that you want to get done. And those would really be incidents, actions, and other items depending on what you want. So and you do that for each one of the sites, and straight away now when someone scans a QR code, they do something, it'll automatically email alert the person responsible. So there you are, that's a great way to get up and running. Other than that, you can actually just keep on building on your system, developing emergency your plant and equipment items with maintenance dates, uploading your SDSs inside the system. It creates a QR code. Same thing with the activities, it creates a QR code. Printing all these items out here and sticking on a variety of things. You could actually enter your chemicals inside the system. It'll actually generate a QR code, and again you could stick it on that chemical, and even if you wanted to develop a checklist related to the chemical for a handling procedure. But if you want to know more information, please select the help and that will get you up and running. Thank you again for purchasing Online WHS. I hope this tutorial has helped you get up and running and what to do next, then that way there you can really start getting the most out of the system. Watch out for our tutorials all the time, and as well as our monthly webinars. And thank you.